Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya. Today we're in South Pattaya, specifically to Praia Alley 15. This street is home to many small resorts, one of which is a bit different from the rest, and it's only one of 9 similar resorts in Thailand which cater to a very specific type of tourism. But in fact, this type of tourism may represent the fastest growing sector in the industry, over the last several years anyway, and seems to be steadily growing in popularity. So let's jump into this and I'll tell you all about it.
So we're in South Pattaya today, probably only 5 minutes from where we live. And we've come to the Naturist Resort. We have a couple friends in town who invited us here. And I've seen that sign before, Naturist Resort, different places, that tag name on different hotels and places around Thailand we've been in. If you're like me, which you're probably not, but you might think like I do, and I thought Naturist Resort meant it was something to do with nature, maybe camping, maybe cookouts, lots of trees, maybe some wildlife, something like that. But you'd be wrong, as I was. Because naturist, I guess, is the new nomenclature for the word I always knew of nudist. So if you substitute that word, nudist, for naturist, that's kind of what it is. Yeah, the people don't wear clothes here. I know where some of you will go with this. It's a naturist resort. It has nothing to do with a swingers place. They're kind of apples and oranges. They're nothing to do with each other. There's a lot of people that just like to live that lifestyle with a lack of clothing, and it has nothing to do with the other. Might some places cater to both, etc.? Very possibly. But in the purest sense of the word, the naturist resort is for those who just want to go without clothes. Like I said, apples and oranges. Sometimes apples and oranges end up in the same bowl of fruit, though. The way I understand it, it's not mandatory that you go in totally in the buff, but there is probably certain behaviors and things that are frowned upon, as well as those that are accepted. And I think it's good to go with somebody who knows the ropes. That's almost anywhere, even like a buffet. I don't like going to buffets the first time. I don't know where to get my plate and my fork, and it's always good to go with somebody who's been there before and can show you. So that's what we're going to do, and we will go in here. Now, there are other places like this as well. This is just very convenient, close by home, and the place where we were invited. But from my understanding, in Pattaya, there are several places like this. So it's kind of another aspect. There are many circles, different circles in town, depending on all the varied interests. I just showed one about golf. That's a huge circle here. Nothing to do with this, but there's such a variety of things. And as I have opportunity, I like to go and see what's doing. So anyway, I will go in and see what it is, and we'll be naturists for a couple hours, I guess. So it's 300 baht to get in, and that's per person. And it's a big pool area here. I was a little disappointed they don't have a sauna. I think it would be really cool if they had a sauna. But they have a little restaurant area. You can get some food. We just had some food. I've been in the pool. We didn't go the whole naturist route, but they have guest rooms here as well. So it's a full service resort in that regard. I count about almost a dozen rooms, but they look nice, and they all overlook the pool. It looks like they pretty much all overlook the pool. And there's not many people here today. I've heard that in past times it's been packed, but it's very chill. It's got some good points. So for one thing I was concerned about is, not that I would do it intentionally, but just the self-awareness of like staring at somebody. So to remedy that problem, there you go. 39 baht, 37 baht, that's taken care of. Now I'm not staring at anybody, at least that they can tell. The other thing I noticed, dive in the pool. No worries about your swimsuit coming off because it's already off. It's an experience. Now, I've done this before, something similar to this before. When I lived in Europe, a lot of the lakes, a lot of the public beaches and some of the lakes and so forth, there were people that would go in without clothes on, or various stages of undress, I guess you could say. So not my first rodeo with this, but it's kind of nice to see something like this in Pattaya. So of course, I can't show you too much of the place. Can't invade anybody's privacy, and it wouldn't be appropriate anyway. So I can't prove that nobody's wearing clothes here, but that's a thing.
So whilst we take a look at some of the other food offerings here at the Chan Resort, I guess I'll give you my impressions of our poolside naturist experience. Walking in through the entrance door and down the very short hallway leads you almost immediately to the full view of the pool and, of course, the nude guests. I guess I was a bit surprised, even though I knew exactly what type of place it was, to experience that scene just seconds in the door and before we had even paid our entrance fee was a little surprising, but I guess there is no better introduction than just a full and immediate immersion. Kind of like diving in a pool instead of easing down the ladder, maybe. But our friends made us feel very welcome, and in a very short time, I felt totally comfortable and was able to concentrate on relaxing and enjoying the pool, and I guess the somewhat liberating sensation of being free of clothing. But at the end of the day, it was actually much the same as any other day in Thailand. Great weather, tasty food, beautiful scenery, good friends, and maybe even a certain satisfaction of enjoying something new and different. So the guest rooms there at the Chan Resort came in at 1,700 baht a night. I thought that was a little pricey at first, but when you consider that kind of includes 2 days admission, you get there on one day, you wake up, you're at another day, so that would be 600 baht worth of admission fees. But there might actually be a lower cost alternative just right across the street.
It's a great afternoon at the Chan Resort. Right across the street is another place we just stopped to look. Panon. They got little houses for rent. They got a little pool and everything, but it's so quiet and peaceful back here. It's like a garden. And I'll show you the room. It's possible to get a room here in the neighborhood of the 15,000 baht range. Private little house. Maybe slightly less, but as a hotel guest, here again, long-term hotel. That's what this really is a hotel. But they got a little pool. The pool's shaped like a peanut. And I guess there's only about 12, 15 houses back there, but this is like a really quiet street here. Panon Resort. My friend owns a gym right up here, the Rage Gym, and that's where we were, the Chan Naturist. Nice little place. They have a little breakfast room and everything in there. Not a bad lodging option for long term. If you're here 2-3 months, quiet. You can walk up to get a bot bus in probably 3 or 4 minutes. It is a little bit of an uphill walk to get to the bot bus, so be better with a scooter. But anyway, we'll say goodbye to the Chan Naturist Resort. Very, very chilled out day in there. Some good food. And tonight we got somewhere else to go. Very fun. So we'll be back for that.
So yeah, at 700 baht per night, these houses could be a savings. Maybe you have a couple, 300 each for admission. That's 600, 700 for the house. You're at 1,300 instead of 1,700. So it could be a savings there, but not a bad alternative. But I'll continue showing you the rooms. We looked at a couple of these houses, but Thailand could easily be construed as a conservative nation, the culture, the traditions. But back in 2007, they opened up the first naturist resort, and it seems to be kind of a hit, actually, even with local Thais, foreigners and Thais. I guess on this day it was about 50-50 foreigner Thai at the resort we were at. The way I understand it is more frequented by foreigners, but it is something different and new. And I think a little bit of a boon for the tourism sector, because it's a whole different circle of people that may enjoy something like that. So anyway, we do have somewhere to go tonight, but for this episode, I'll leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.